So welcome to another IELTSTEVE. Today we're going to be looking at Part 2 speaking. We'll have a look at a sample today of the IELTS speaking test. Now this is the same as what we looked at, the question and the notes from the online scribe that I posted in the last few days. So this is the question. So as we did, have a look on the online scribe if you'd like to see more about this, but briefly we're looking at a past question about an activity you enjoyed on your last holiday. Now we need to consider the notes. So the questions to the left there, we see it to the left, and the notes. Remember the key points. What's the main idea? Think about the tense as well. It's past, so we're going to think about the sounds, the t and the d sound and the id. WH questions, always very important. Write down more than the question actually shows. Think about why. Remember that's a key question. So now we're starting to ask ourselves 10 questions instead of just 3 or 4 as in the question. And we can think about the answers to those questions. Use notes, write short abbreviations. Remember, you only have 1 minute. So now I'm going to give you a sample. I'm just going to talk through this idea here and give you a sample of how we use the notes and how we would talk about it. You can see up in the top right corner here we've got a timer. So once I start that timer, that's the countdown for my 2 minutes. So I'll just start in about 3 seconds. So I'm going to describe an activity I enjoyed on my last holiday, and that was most definitely a sailing trip up in Nha Trang. We went sailing in a really cool boat, a 10-meter catamaran. This is a very exciting experience for me. It was a new thing. I've never been sailing before, so it was the first time I got to experience this. We went to, as I just mentioned, Nha Trang, but the actual place was called Whale Island, which is about 2 hours north of Nha Trang. It's a beautiful, beautiful place, but kind of expensive. However, it was really good value for money, and I think it was worth it, because sailing's always an expensive thing to do. We went in the Tet holidays. As I'm sure you know, Tet holidays, a time for family, but also a time when everyone in Vietnam has a lot of free time. So we thought this was a good time to go up there and try sailing. I went up there with my friend Tony. He's a great guy, and well, one of the good things about Tony is he understands sailing. So as I said, I don't have any experience, but he has a lot of experience of sailing. Well, he certainly has more than me. And of course he's a fun guy, so it was a good experience to go sailing with him. It was a very exciting experience, but we both got kind of wet, and I guess that was because of me, really. I was not very good, so I made a few mistakes and we got wet. Again, I've never been sailing, so there was no surprise, that one really. It was a great experience, and if I had the chance, I would really love to try it again. So as we have a look up in the top there, I had about 10 seconds left to go on that video, and that's about as long as you want to go. So hopefully you notice how I was using the notes as I go through. I'm actually looking at the notes as I speak. I'm using the notes to guide me and to help me, and I'm trying to use not just the key vocab, but I'm also trying to use the pronouns correctly, the he and the his. I was conscious of the past. I'd written down the present perfect up there with new. So I was trying to use that, and I had this grammar structure I could use at the end, which was a nice way to finish, and also a good way to show off my grammar by using a second conditional sentence and a mixed conditional, which the examiners really like. So I hope you enjoyed that. That's another slide. That's the end of that for us right now. So if you would like more information, have a look up at Facebook. There's more videos and more video scribes and little tips that we'll post there from time to time. If you'd like to practice and find out your specific areas, come to IELTSTEVE.com, send me an email and we'll sort you out with some practice tests so you can identify your mistakes. Or if you'd like some specific video lessons, these are just being made now and they will be available in probably around mid-February of this year. We'll have a subscription video lessons for IELTS. So I hope you enjoyed that, and really good luck with your IELTS training and your IELTS test.